Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today not the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's morning show. All right, so Alan Shearer also want to talk about this match we will play on Sunday at the Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. So he going to talk say that match. So Chelsea good though, they did good on their own, but in the see Arsenal going to the Stamford Bridge and beating Chelsea. See, there's no two ways about it because all the ingredients Alan Shearer predicts the Arsenal Chelsea game. Now, when you read the entirety of this report, that was first put out by the Metro before the Just Ask and Second put out the same story. So Shearer said, this has all the ingredients of being a great game. I was hugely impressed with Chelsea against Barcelona, but I've been massively impressed also with Arsenal all season in every competition. Chelsea have had an extra day's rest, and that might factor into it. But I just think because of how good Arsenal are, and how they can rotate and make one or two changes without it impacting them, I'm going to say Arsenal will go there and win. Now, they say his confidence reflects a confidence in Arsenal depth, structure, and resilience. The truth is, not true say Chelsea get 1 day rest. Me, I don't forget say Chelsea play Champions League on Tuesday. We will play on Wednesday. You get. But when it comes to this Arsenal side, it doesn't really matter because we have the depth, the players, the team wey go fit come in when e matter most. And when you look the training pictures wey don dey fly here and they're going to say Arsenal no dey play, everybody dey in high spirit say this particular game we go come give a very good showing. If you see this particular picture wey dey for the screen, somebody sent it to me, but I've not been able to verify this particular news. Now when match starts tomorrow sha, we go know whether na true because I believe say maybe himself say am for social media. So it was put out by Inside Chelsea HQ. Now, wetin we dey hear now be say Chelsea have reportedly moved their advertising boards forward to prevent Arsenal from taking long throws in their game this weekend. Now, this is something Sunderland did. So Chelsea dey feel say maybe they go replicate that same thing. So I've not been able to independently verify this, but if this is true, well, it is legal and it is within the ambits of the law. So there is no law chastising Chelsea not to do this. So everybody dey look for ways where they will take get little advantages to actually advance their own cause. The other night we dey play Champions League football, you hear Vincent Kompany talk say our Arsenal ball boys dey delay before they go give them ball. So all these little hiccups here and there, people dey do am. You get. But when match starts, we go know whether na true. And if it is true, na disgrace o because Chelsea no be small team wey you go dey look for undue advantage. You be big team. Which one be all this nonsense wey una dey do? If na true, so make we just dey watch. Na Sunday sha, we go know whether na true Chelsea do am. Now, TNT Sports come put out this report. Erling Haaland, Harry Kane, and Kylian Mbappe for club and country so far this season. Haaland 22 games, 32 goals. Harry Kane, 24 games, 29 goals. Look at all these goal machines get. But at the end of the day, these Harry Kane players now, he no see nothing. He no fit perform. He gets. Even the Mbappe sef, when we play them for Champions League, how many goals he score? For you to know say we sef we no dey play with us. So now, Fabrizio Romano come dey put this report say Roberto Carlos that they ask am say between Maldini, Ashley Cole, Marcelo, and him, who be the best? You get. He can say Marcelo for me is number one. Maldini was top, Ashley was top. I was okay, but Marcelo different. When I see this report, I just dey laugh. I say this guy just dey humble. Carlos that year, 1998, 1997, 99, 2000, those wey dey play PS1 that year, you go know Roberto Carlos 1-2 if you dey use Real Madrid. Even though na defender, everybody dey put am as forward. Na so him good. Me that year, I good die. Me, I good die. I dey leave that out there Alaba. I dey leave Alaba, dey go first start, dey go challenge. These three, yeah, God. So if you know Roberto Carlos of that year, the guy good die for play. All those free kick wey be say go dress back from here reach like Okoko Michael. Come run, come all those chi, boom. Keeper no go see am. But here he is just being very, very humble. Say him, he was good. You get, but the rest were top. You get. So now, so I like his personality. Also, they can't ask Tony Kroos, say between Cristiano Ronaldo or Vinicius Junior, make you choose one. But I say even Vinicius Junior will choose Cristiano Ronaldo. So there's no point asking you all those type of questions. Now, Fabrizio Romano when they talk about Mikel Arteta, now what did he talk about Gabriel Magalhaes? So Arteta said Gabriel Magalhaes is pushing to be back as soon as possible. So I feel it will not be that long. And really, really, we need Gabriel Magalhaes. In fact, me, I don't visualize a situation whereby by January, February, everybody waiting for us squad, they don't get injury. Everybody go don't come back. I dey visualize am already. I can see it. Those periods wey dem dey feel say when e matter most, Arsenal go succumb. They will fall like a pack of cards. E go shock everybody. See na that period we go come be the strongest by every member of our team being available. You know say since wey season start, every member of our team never really dey that available. Shey you know? You know say na before season start, Kai Havertz get injury, we come go sign Eberechi. So we never really get everybody once like this. But I can tell you for free, like I just dey see am, say January, February, by then everybody go. In fact, na Arteta go come dey confused. He go come get that dilemma. Say, okay, who I go play, who I no go play, because everybody will not even be able to make the squad. You go see squad like you go see say some kind key players have no make the squad for that match day. So I dey pray one day we will get to that particular stage, and it will happen when the chips are down, when we really really need the players to be available. To me I dey see am, but we'll just wait, we'll see how everything go unfold at the end of the day. Now I saw this particular report. Neymar say, you know say the other day Neymar dey cry, he don get injury. This one, you know that this guy with that same injury, he come still play for him club. And the doctor, according to Fabrizio Romano, the doctors asked him not to play. He said he must play. And he play, he can score, even though people they celebrate him. But that's actually risking your life. Meanwhile, the doctor make him go retire. But Baba no agree retire. Now, away from that, so Hansi Flick on the reply and say Lamine Yamal no dey very, very happy after them bring him out against Chelsea. So they say it's normal for him not to like to be substituted. I was a player too, and sometimes I did not react well. This particular news, and I know relate to Arsenal, but why I bring am? Now, for those who dey talk about Jude Bellingham, say Bellingham na coconut head, dem replace am, e dey complain. Xabi Alonso and Vinicius Junior. Now, like this manager suppose to dey think, because if he be manager wey don play football before, like maybe Arteta or Pep Guardiola or Xabi Alonso, when players do this, you suppose to know say na normal level. You sef you do am during your own time. If you no do am, you know people wey do am. You get? Na normal level. Nobody dey like make dem dey change am. So you no suppose to dey carry am for mind, come dey vex for the player, all those kind things. Get? So I see am. Now, I saw this report from TalkSport. Gabi Agbonlahor come dey like do a combined Arsenal Chelsea first 11. So who go make the first 11, who no go make the first 11, all those kind of normal level. Now, for keeper im give Arsenal, na only four areas im say Chelsea player go dey on top, and those areas for me it is still argumentative. Like I can still argue it, say e no really follow. Na only one place I really I give up, say okay, he really really try. Now when you read the entirety of this particular report, for defensive midfield, im go for Moses Caicedo instead of Zubimendi, and I will still give it to him. Say okay, Caicedo is a hard worker, he brings up a lot of tackles, more than Zubimendi. But the thing is, say wey people know they put in consideration when they do this their analysis, 9 out of 10 times Arsenal are a dominating team. When you are dominating, you no go, no be you go dey rush to, you wan go break up tackle, you wan go dey mark. You get? Na the opposition. Now for Chelsea, most of the time Chelsea are not the dominating team. So Caicedo is going to be working his ass off trying to get, okay, make a boss of break. Even though we know go dey like at home on Sunday, I can tell you for free that Arsenal will have more of the ball, which means Caicedo will be working his socks off to get that ball back. You get? Zubimendi with his tactical prowess and his technical ability, he go dey help us hold the ball, retain possession, and distribute balls to different channels. So when you look at the statistics in that aspect, in that form, obviously Caicedo is going to be looking like the hard worker, because na him dey break up the play most of the time. So, but they don't add all these caveats in their analysis, because if to say maybe Arsenal dey play for a team like Chelsea, we know they really dominate most of the time, it go be a fair comparison. But you can't judge based on one person that know the whole ball. Obviously, like I don't know whether I now understand the way I dey explain am, because that's how my mind works. Get all these people they analyze am, they know they really add all this extra physique to give context to wetin dem dey try to explain. So at the end of the day, Caicedo is going to be looking like a hard worker, so people will choose Caicedo over Zubimendi. Don't compare Caicedo to Rice, because one na 6, one na 8. Rice is the best in his position in the world right now as a number 8. You get, so that's why people dey compare the two of them. I always tell you is apples to oranges. Now wetin una dey compare. Now you can talk about Cucurella versus Calafiori versus Miles Kelly. Saying go pick Cucurella any day, anytime. Well, that's his own personal preference, so I go really leave am. But I still think it is debatable. I still think it is debatable because for me, Calafiori has not, like, for me personally, Calafiori omo gbe fun get, but this one is still here, neither here nor there. Now the one wey I no come really accept at all. Number 9, he put Pedro Neto. So for your own first 11, he go put Pedro Neto as a false 9. Like how? Then for midfield, he come put Estival as number 10. How? How will you pick Estival ahead of Guirassy, Zé, and Odegaard? How? So that one, you know really for me, you know follow. Then for number 9, get wetin Pedro Neto wan do as a false 9. In fact, wait that thing, make I read. I mean, no be like say I dey lie for him head. You get. Now, you say my number 6 has to be Moses Caicedo. Agbolawo said, naming the midfield three, I think he's the best midfielder in the world at the moment. He does everything, covers every blade of grass, and can score goals. In front of him, I've gone for Declan Rice. You choose Declan Rice as 8. Normal. Then comes the one player everyone is talking about, Estival. For a midfield 3, you choose Caicedo, Rice, and Estival. You get. Then for striking department, you can't choose Pedro Neto as a false 9. You get. So for me personally, like, could make sense at all. It don't really make any sense to me. But what I think about everything into Cucurella, I can still give that to him. Moses Caicedo, I can still give that to him. But you see that number 10, Estival, and number 9, Pedro Neto as a false 9, you know, go down well with me. Like, I know really bad one. Now, away from that, one player, Luis Saha, come dey tell Victor Gyokeres say he need to be the final piece of the puzzle for Arsenal because he is yet to face a real test that will define his debut season with high-flying Gunners. So Babako dey talk say so far so good. Gyokeres dey do well. You no go talk say he no dey do well. He's doing well, but there is room for improvement. He has done well so far. It's a good start, Saha said. Victor has had it easy in some ways because Arsenal is created a lot of chances and they've been on the hunt for number 9. He put the ball in the net. He should be finding himself in the position to score week in, week out because Arsenal they create chance regularly, consistently. But the real test will be at these tough games when the pressure is on. I think we are going to judge Gyokeres' debut season on these moments of real pressure and importance, and we haven't seen them yet. It's only November. Those moments will define the season and this time at Arsenal. So it won't make the Gyokeres score important goals. And so even if not tap-ins, but the question will be when do those tap-in goals come in? You get. So now what's in the talk? Say the guy run the England before, so you know go be like say nah new something for him. You don't play for Coventry, Brighton, so you know the style of football that they play for England. You get. So that's the adaptation phase, making adapt quickly. You get. So for me, I think this is a constructive criticism. That criticism where we say going to say they very, very objective. You get criticism that will lift you up. Don't go pull you down, go and destroy your confidence. So I really give it to him. Instead, don't play football before, so he has every authority to actually weigh in on this matter. Now, away from that, Enzo Maresca, they call they ask him about Declan Rice and Moses Caicedo. Say, I go compare the two. Who is the better player? He goes, they see. When you talk about these two players, I think the Premier League is full of good players, not just these two. You get very good midfielders. As you said, Moses Caicedo, Declan Rice, you can also mention Rodri from Manchester City. You can mention Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest, Bruno Guimaraes of Newcastle. I think the Premier League is full of good midfielders. Despite the ongoing discussion about the potential showdown between Rice and Caicedo, Maresca offered a different perspective during his pre-match press conference. So I think it's 11-11. No be the match on Sunday. No go be Rice versus Caicedo. It's going to be Chelsea versus Arsenal. 11-11. Even those who go come from the bench, they are going to play a major role. So many people know go they really look at him like that. So now waiting Baba they explain, and he has a point to get. Now, when you look at what the Daily Mail is saying, they call they ask Arteta about Madueke. In fact, when in decides, say, okay, this Madueke, I go give him support. I like him. Arteta call they claim, say, in fact, those petition wey Arsenal fans write, you get, about 4,000 people signed that petition. So that petition na one of the things wey really spring Madueke, na one of the things wey really motivate am to perform, you get. So Arteta come talk say at that time, when he see that campaign for social media, so the thing give am more conviction and more will to help the player and do everything possible to make sure say this relationship work and to prepare everything around him in the best possible way. I think that campaign lasted a short period of time, and immediately we had the complete opposite reaction, which I think he valued, respected, and it was like fuel to him. It did not affect him. Now, the question wey dem no cover for that article, why did the campaign last a short period of time, and why did the campaign begin in the first place? Because you don't just jump into the middle of the story. You need to give the readers context. Now, wetin make that campaign come? Because people wey no see context, they will be like say, ah, well, dem this Arsenal fan, dem dey be mumu, we get all those kind of things. But it actually originated because Arsenal fans were expecting Arsenal to sign Gyokeres. Instead, they come dey drag money with Sporting Lisbon president Federico Varandas. They come here, come go buy this one. No be person wey people wan see. Because so that anger, that's why they come go dey like para, you get, just dey do the petition. Wetin make the petition come down? We come later hear breaking news say Arsenal don finalize, they don agree deal with Sporting Lisbon. Everywhere come calm, you get. So now wetin really happen wey make the thing no really go far? But you see, context is king. Context, because you need to read the pretext, the post-text, get the context for you to understand how everything dey in unity. You get, very very key. Now, away from that also, I come dey hear this Thomas Frank, wey Frank come dey talk say the match wey he play against Arsenal, see that match, the plan was actually to be front-footed. See dem plan to come defend o. See they plan to come do well, you get. But unfortunately, it did not work. And na wetin I dey always tell you say, most times people come to the Emirates Stadium not to come and defend, but to come and play their hearts out, play well, you get, in a progressive way. But the intensity from Arsenal will actually push them back. Although he himself no help himself by setting up a 3-4-2-1 that could be collapsed into a 5-4-1, you get, because on the surface their formation na attacking formation, but behind the scenes dem dey collapse am to a defensive formation, you get, wey come be 5-4-1, you get. So at the end of the day, e no really work out. But the second half they try to change things, but e still dey very very different. Even talk about the PSG game, see na almost the same thing sef. They were looking progressive, but at the end of the day e didn't really work out for them. Now, away from that, so ESPN UK come dey take a holistic look on La Liga clubs and Premier League clubs. So dem come dey explain say a La Liga club has faced Premier League opposition 9 times in the Champions League this season. La Liga teams have lost 8 times of those 9 games and won just 1. Even the one wey dem win, na Premier League player help dem score the goal wey dem win, Marcus Rashford. Now, people come dey debate for the comment section say, okay, which league come dey better? You get. The truth is, the intensity in the Premier League will eat the La Liga for breakfast. Na the honest truth be that. That's why I go tell you say, if Arsenal dey play for La Liga, we dey collect that league regularly. Real Madrid and Barcelona no go get that monopoly, because 2 of them, if we catch them as we dey now, if we catch Real Madrid again, though we don catch them before, dem know as e go. If we catch them again, if we catch back like this now, if we catch Barca, omo, only God know wetin go happen. Aje, those you see Barca, you see Real Madrid, dem no get fear factor. Apart from those 2, who again you wan come dey fear for La Liga? Shey na Sevilla, shey na Valencia, all those ones na former greats, dem no get name again, dem don Shalaski, you get. So I don look the whole leagues. If you go buy Bundesliga, na only one team you go fit come out, so you go say, okay, that team, EPL teams go see follow dem drag, Bayern go follow dem drag. If you go French league, na only one team, EPL teams go see follow dem drag, PSG, you get. So who again? But when you come England, Aje, the first 4, first 5, first 6, omo, they go play anybody and they go still dey competitive, Aje. So na just the way me I dey look at. So EPL no be anybody mate. That's why Chelsea goalkeeper go talk say, you can be great everywhere else, but when you come to the Premier League, you go humble. You go know say here no be your mate. That's why maximum kudos and applause go to Elialan. That guy has been very very consistent over the years. E never get season wey you go look say Elialan no perform for this season. In fact, in low performing season, na other people best. See Isak, na this season Isak don Shalaski, you get. But see Alan, since when he don come for the EPL, go and look at his goal scoring exploits. Baba no be beans. And based on the pray, say one day, Gyokeres go hit that type of level. And I know it's possible. He can actually attain that level. So na my own prayer be that, and God go do am for am. So now, away from this particular story, Florian Plettenberg, when they let us know, say Guirassy, the striker of Borussia Dortmund, is going to be available in January, because the money wey in clause na very very cheap clause, 50 million. You get this guy na another goal scoring machine. This guy now for in clause they put am say na only this type of clubs fit break am. Clubs say Dortmund believe say get level pass them. Now they mention 7 clubs: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United. Say these top clubs only na im dey release clause dey for. You get? So and the clause is going to be around 50 million. For me, this guy no go bad for Arsenal to get as a cover for Gyokeres. E no go bad. But the thing is, will he want to come to a place where he will sit on the bench, especially when he dey get regular game time at where he is at Borussia Dortmund? Na the only stumbling block wey just dey there. If it is about joining a competitive team, a global giant, we are a giant. So but playing time, in quotes, playing time, na the only thing wey go fit obstruct this guy from making the move. 50 million, how much is 50 million? We can even structure it and pay within 2 years, 3 years. Everywhere go good for us, but we'll just watch. I know just no more just watch and see how things go unfold at the end of the day. Now let's bring you a message from Mr. Uche, who is one of our sponsors, who has this Toyota RAV4 2007 model. This is an American spec. This is a Tokumbo car, 6-cylinder engine, 5 seats capacity. Then the mileage is 110,225 kilometers. Then the car dey for Lagos like this. So Mr. Uche wants to sell 10 million naira. If you're interested, contact him on WhatsApp on +2347038869667. Here are other pictures of the vehicle. So if you have an interest, make you no waste time, make you just get in touch with him ASAP. Now also, make we our sponsor, Midfield Associates and Co-Limited to construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. Now, away from that, so the Athletic, when they let us know, say only 2 teams have won more home games and scored more home goals in the Premier League this season than Brentford. Arsenal, 5 games at home won, 16 goals scored. Manchester City, 5 games at home won, 16 goals scored. Brentford, 4 games at home won, 12 goals scored. You see, say for the league now, like these 3 now, I be like the best home side. That's why I always tell them, I say the G Tech Community Stadium no be easy place to go collect results. That place hard die. No be say no fit win, no, but you said you go testify after you come outside from that place. So at the end of the day, the Emirates Stadium, the Etihad, the G Tech has now become a fortress. That place no easy to go. You get so, and thank God say Brentford wey dey come after then this our Chelsea game. Now for us, na Emirates then they come. So we go let them know say home pass home. So we go let them know as they go. Now, when you look at this report from Yahoo Sports, so Yahoo Sports kind of shine their light on wetin Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal team they do. Now they kind of look Declan Rice. They kind of talk say Declan Rice they offer even more to Arsenal according to Mikel Arteta. In fact, at some point they kind of ask Arteta say, wetin you see wey make you at the end of the day you run say this player I must sign am. You get so Arteta talk plenty. First off, Arteta come talk say, you see this player, I would have to think about it, and most of the time if you have the option to see a player live and sense, like when you see the player live they play, you get that energy, the presence and the charisma of the player. On top of his qualities, it's something else. Probably when he was around, I said, that's a special player. To be fair, I had this one. I had another position that was a little bit further back to do something else, and he can adapt to anything you throw at him. Why did I talk this one? For those who don't really get the context, now say no be 8 Rice they known for. That give an that role. He can flourish. We know Rice at 6. He come here, Arteta come put am for 8. So Arteta dey explain say, apart from that 8, he get another position wey be say further back. Now I wan try am. That further back, I can tell you for free that that is centre back, because Rice is also known as a good centre back. You get. So Arteta will want transition and then but say, okay, no, go my leave and making the go forward. Say forward, he make a whole lot of sense again. At this moment, that is something we were thinking. In front is probably much more positive for the team, which was why at the end of the day, they told him to go and play 8, where it can be a box to box number 8, bombing forward and bombing backward with so much energy to burn. Now, Arteta come dey talk say a huge amount, obviously, he was captain at West Ham. He comes there to a new club, a new environment, and there were things already set, but he has earned the right to increase that role, to be more important, to be very present in everything we do. He's in the leadership group, which is very important. He's a real presence. He doesn't need to wear the armband to feel real connected. So really powerful, really important in the team. This particular sentence, I believe, Arteta dey tell Piers Morgan. When Piers Morgan dey talk say we need to make Declan Rice the captain, so they tell am say he doesn't need to wear the armband to feel powerful. You get. He is a real presence. He is also part of the leadership group, which was the way I responded to Piers Morgan too. That Rice is already part of the leadership group. So don't be by wearing the armband. Everybody know fit wear the armband. And you're supposed to have multiple leaders. You're not supposed to have just one leader in the team. You get. So I just like started, I read my mind. You get. So now just the same thing. And now Fabrizio Romano call the talk say Arteta say they talk about Rice. When they ask Arteta say Shearer will win the Ballon d'Or. Arteta say yes, he can win the Ballon d'Or, but one thing wey he mean be say if he go win the Ballon d'Or, that means he go don help Arsenal win the league, win the Champions League, win many things, because those that won the Ballon d'Or usually help their teams to win things. You see where Arteta carry the matter go. Arteta go hang the ball for last angle where nobody saw it coming. You get. Let me take that report again. Look at it. Arteta on Declan Rice winning the Ballon d'Or? I hope so. That would mean that we have won a lot. Normally, it is related to that. He was immense the other day. I think he's been immense since the start of the season and is an incredible and crucial player for us. Very key. Now, I told you the Arsenal players are in training, they are in high spirits. I see Odegaard, I see Saliba, I see Ebelecheze, like there plenty. I see all of them. Madueke said go facing in former team. So everybody dey in high spirit and I dey very happy. So my dear Arsenal lovers, if you're watching us at this point and you never subscribe, you never follow us on social media, wherever you watch us, whether on YouTube or whether on Facebook, whether on Instagram, whether on Twitter, make sure say you subscribe and you follow us, because you don't want to miss any updates where we drop. And also like and share, very important to help us grow our community. Now, away from that, the biggest news of the day. Now, the fact say Alan Shearer dey talk say Arsenal will go to Stamford Bridge and beat Chelsea. And people need to understand say Chelsea since 2018, that was the last time they beat us at the Stamford Bridge. Ever since then, we don't play 7 games there. We won 5 and we drew 2. I don't screenshot that record. Can I go send to my Chelsea friends? Say, hope say the caption now. Hope you know about this record, and it's not about to get broken anytime soon. It's about to be like renewed. We want to renew them every season. Now, with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us culture and it's like come here all the time evening to give you the evening news. So then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Not get about. All right, guys. Ciao.